Hi, ladies and gentlemen. This is Christelle Martinette, and I'm here with a new scrying session for the new moon on the 15th of April, this new moon in Aries. And this reading will span between the 15th and the 20th. Let me see. I have my toys here. What can I start with? I've got, well, tourmaline, a new stone that I have, black tourmaline. Very pleasant new moon this is. This is an extremely beautiful time where there is a lot of innocence. We're feeling innocence, almost to a fault, I would say. And along with us, we're almost able, and I say almost because not everyone is as seafaring, adventuresome as all, we're not all in the same adventuresome category, but almost as if we were naive to believe that this is the best of both. This is the best of all possible worlds. Okay? This is the best of all possible worlds. And those around us tend to be convinced, but not everyone. And the interesting part is that this is a fossilite, is that we seem to have the childlike nature of going about, whimsically walking from cloud to cloud, thinking what a wonderful day this could be. Marshmallow land, popcorn, walking on air, as if there is a part of us that is so desirous of lightness. This is lightness. And this is going to span from the 15th to the 20th. So the 15th is, let's say, the Sunday, I believe, going Monday, Saturday, Sunday, into the 20th, which would span the entire week. And this going around as if we were be given a pass, a free pass. You can go in, try all of the rides, and you have a free pass this time. This is a period where we are, yes, we do have responsibilities, but it's the sensation that our responsibilities are not crushing us. We're not anxiety-ridden because of that. We are managing them in a very light way. And like I said, trying to carry with us people around us, trying to bring people around us on our path and walking with them, like a Peter Pan type a flute in our mouth and tooting away and just, flying from one rooftop to the next. And there is just a very bit of naivete, the idea of being naive, but for the most part, it is genuine lightness that we're feeling, that sense of genuine lightness. And what is so cool about that? What's so cool about that is that it's not even in our dreams. We're out and about and walking on air, as if we feel like we're walking on air, and things just brush off, all things just brush off from us. It washes away from us. Even the more serious things, even the more serious payments that are coming up, even the responsibilities that take us, and bring us back to reality. Even that is managed in a different way in this period. It's a very lovely time, Something new is in the air. It's spring. That is what is the true epitome, the true definition of spring. This is this new moon in Aries, well, of course, but it's very, very clear, very, very bright, and very lovely. Almost, with some of us who are not used to that, almost are afraid of falling flat on our faces because of too much excitement. I'm trying to get a reading, a session here to go. I'm trying to understand if there's something here in relation to our emotions. See, it seems that even the the heaviest of emotional situations is more bearable in this time. It seems to be more acceptable. We walk toward the idea of suffering and are able to put it behind us. Emotional, I'm talking about our emotions. Almost to the point of wanting to, in Italian we say when something is done, we put a stone on it, that's no more. And, but almost to the point of wanting to close a difficult situation and starting anew, go on the road to something new. And it is in this period from the 15th to the 20th, in this 5-day period, more or less, that you feel possibly, could it be? Yes, I'm feeling it. Yes, yes. This is my the creativity, my best moment of creativity. Yes, I've got that idea, the brilliance. We feel this brilliance, the idea of having a bright idea, a great idea. And while we try in this period of time to get things on paper or try to outline our thoughts and make them clearer and try to develop them, we still are in a moment that we feel so light and we're, unmushed on clouds. And so there's this two senses, these two types of dynamism. There's this walking on air lightness, and then there is the trying to rein in our creative juices and our creative energies and put them on paper so we won't lose the moment. Okay, so there's that practical side to us that's trying to do that, and it's the let's say it's losing because even if we do want to take notes, and we do, it seems that our walking on air has more importance, and it takes us. But there is the ability that even if you can't put things to paper, even if you can't develop the ideas that are coming up now, just the note-taking will suffice. Moments of, like I said, joy, there is that joy, but moments also of stillness. There's the stillness, the idea of having, being in an atmosphere of complete stillness, where time does not exist, where we divest ourselves of anything that has to do with weight and movement in terms of time. We're able to be in many different places at once. We're able to conceive. Our mind is able to think that we are at once in a city in another country, that we are living a life or an experience that is quite different from the life and experience that we are currently living in. And what is so thrilling about this, and it's truly a gift if you can be able to experience it, what's so thrilling about it is that you can be a king, you can be an astronaut, you can be a queen, you can win a beauty pageant, you can be the most famous scientist, you can be a fly. And all of those things are the same. All of those things can be experienced at one and the same time. And the mind, what your mind, you know, when people who are, most of you know that I work with language and study language, and there are many theories that think that our intelligence is limited only by the thoughts that we can have, you know, and language seems to be one of those things that limits or enriches how we think, excuse me, philosophically as well. And what I'm seeing here is that the sky truly is the limit. There is no limit. The sky is the limit. And if we can tap into that now, in this 5-day period, 15, 20, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 26-day period, if we can tap, the creative juices are just going to go wild, and we really can. Of course, creativity is, if we think of poetry, everyone thinks that our highest points of creativity is when we have constraints and we're working within constraints. Not necessarily so. Our constraints do come and hit us, like those of us who want to put black on white, take notes. And that is a certain type of constraint, but that also can be reined in after this period, after that flight of fantasy. Very, very creative, very new, brilliant, creative, and the sensation of being one is extremely strong. There's no sense at all. I don't see it at all. I see it as being absent. The notion of being alone and feeling loneliness, I see that as being far, far into another place, another moment, another time. What I'm seeing here is that those of us who tend to hide or tend to be inward, of an inward nature, are going to abandon that and be open, more open to an exchange and interaction with other people during this time, exceedingly so. This is the time where you feel we have a safety net as to how we interact with other people. You can even, you can even jokingly chide your colleagues or your family members, and they'll accept jokes from you. They'll accept being chided when in another time that would not happen. Very, very interesting moment. Extremely interesting moment. This is fluoride here. There is, the sky is the limit. The sky is the limit. And I'm always, in the most difficult times of my life, always I've had people tell me, please take notes, write down your thoughts. It will serve you well in the future when you go and look back. Excuse me. And it's true. I suggest the same here for all of us in this period of time when there is this wild, I want to call it wild, sense of creativity, this jumping in a massive no time, no space. Very rare, very rare. It's a beautiful feeling. Try and use that to our advantage by writing our experiences. It's as if, you were on, your mind is being altered, and this altered state will serve us well for future input of some sort, whatever we need, any ideas that we may need, any things that can help us decide in which direction to go, how to orient ourselves. what type of work to do, what type of activity to take on that is best suited for us. This is citrine. And the deep, dark charcoal layers of darkness are so submerged that it's that hard rock, dark essence that surrounds us or is at the bottom of us, wherever we're feeling that darkness, is mellowing out. Like I said, that darkness is a springboard, like as if it were marshmallow. You put your feet in it and it's like a sort of memory foam. You come out. You are aided. You are being assisted on your way to a new form of you, of us, a new way of interacting, a new type of human interaction at a local level. And that feeling is exceptionally unique. Feeling that we are one, we are together. This is a moment when we are together. We are on the same wavelength. I know that you know that I know. We shall see how that helps us get closer. We shall see how it's possible for us to move toward each other, because you know that I know that you know. So we will be mellowed. This is a very fine moment to accost someone that you would like to speak to or approach, because it's that sense of being mellow is so different from what we're usually used to. And the anxiety is just non-existent at all. There is no anxiety here. What a lovely time. I wish I could bottle it up. If I could save time in a bottle. Who is that? That's that singer. Well, I know he's from New Jersey. I can't remember the guy's name. Jeff Taub, I don't know. If I could save time in a bottle. So happiness of being weightless, you know, that sensation of being weightless, not being bogged down, not having that, it's different from not being grounded. We are grounded and we are one, but it's the lightness of being that allows us to go far and wide with our minds and thoughts, constrained only by our language, because while I'm saying things to you, I realize that the words are really not expressing exactly what I'm seeing, because it's so difficult to put into words of the idea of being weightless and being grounded at the same time. It almost seems like a contradiction in terms. So some sort of oxymoron. So creative. I really hope that this period aids us in putting things together that might be of use to us in the future, giving us a new toy, a mental toy to play with and develop. Because this is what I'm seeing, something that will help us develop both mentally, physically, and at the same time, it helps us, how can I say, develop philosophically. Ladies and gentlemen, I do hope this session was of help to you. Namaste, welcome new subscribers, and thank you for your support, my older subscribers. Till we scry together again. Bye-bye.